God called every man of God, he gave them a seal. When he called Moses, he gave him a seal of the glory. When he called Noah, there was a seal of the grace of God. Am I coming? When he called Joseph, that was a favor God gave it to him. Am I communicating to somebody here? When he called the Acts of the Apostle, he gave them power as a seal. Am I communicating to somebody here? When God called Daniel, he gave them the spirit of wisdom and excellence. Am I communicating to somebody here? In ability to walk in holiness, become a seal. That is what the other day Paul said in 1 Corinthians chapter 7 verse 9. He said, nevertheless, I wish everybody would be like me, but nevertheless, to avoid fornication, let every man has one wife, and let every woman has one husband, in order to avoid fornication. Am I communicating to somebody here? In Deuteronomy 23 verse 2, he said, the bastard cannot enter the congregation of the righteous, even to the 10th generation. There was a very great man. Are you aware that when Jacob was about to die, he called all the 12 children? The first one was Reuben. He said, Reuben, you are the excellency of my dignity, but you're unstable like water. He called all of them. When he came to Asa, he said, I dip your feet in oil. When it came to the time of Judah, he said, Judah, the scepter cannot depart out of your hands. He said, out of you kings and queens will come out of my family. Am I communicating to somebody here? When it came to the time of Joseph, he said, Joseph, you have a coat of many colors. But do you know what happened? One day, Judah went out and slept with a daughter-in-law. When he slept with a daughter-in-law, the scepter was broken. It took Israel a 10th generation before they could produce a king. That is why Joseph, David wrote Psalm 51. In sin did my mother conceive me. There was a great man called Jesse that gave birth to strong people, but out of them, the sexual principality invaded the perimeters of his children, and out of that, David wrote Psalm 51, because Jesus impregnated David mama out of wedlock and dumped David mama somewhere. This sexual principality continued in the black party of David. It traveled to several hours. That one of David's son called Abner, the sexual principality invaded the spirit that Abner raped his own sister. This sexual principality didn't end there. It traveled very far to one of the sons of Absalom. Absalom slept with all the father's concubines. Even David, the sexual principality, invaded in very man. One day David was sitting in the apparatus of his palace, and David looked and saw a black woman called Bathsheba. Bathsheba was a black woman because he came for the tribe of Haggite, and the tribe of Haggite is a tribe in Africa. And Bible says when David was about to move out, he had to pray that the God will have mercy upon him. This sexual principality didn't end. It went to Solomon. As for Solomon, don't go there. The sexual principality invaded the brain, the heart, that he married uncountable. After this service, in the book of Revelation, John the Revelator wrote the book of Revelation in the island of Patmos, and by the eyes of God, he wrote the book of Revelation chapter 1. He said, I am the Lord, I am the beginning, I am the end, I am the first, I am the last. He said, write the letters to all the churches in Ephesus, in Laodicea, in Philadelphia, in Sardis, and speak to them that I am that I am. Soon and very soon, they should remember their first law. He said, those that become a false teachers, others become a false apostles, but they should go back to holiness. This conference, I came to tell you, there's more you can do, but the spirit of sin have taken your heart. But today, every chain of sin that has hold your destiny, the more you jump on your feet, I see the spirit of darkness moving out tonight. As you shout, the power of God is coming to those. Say, bah! Say, bah!